from Divine Visions. I'm bringing you a pick a card reading today. This is a request from one of my subscribers, and it's called What Needs to Heal Within Myself Before Love Can Come In. So what needs to be healed within yourself so that love can come in? And so to sort of like open up that path for new love to come in. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. We got 3 readings, 1, 2, and 3. You may be able to choose more than one if you wish to, but they might clash. We don't know yet. But you know what I normally tell people is if one doesn't resonate, choose another. And if it's just not working for you today, come back another time. We have this self-love card here. I did shuffle before. Obviously, I've pulled these out. But this is what's come out as the main message is self-love. This is a main theme here, guys. A lot of us have not been able to open our hearts to this. We haven't known how to give ourselves this love, how to nurture ourselves, our heart chakras, our divinity. We haven't known how to embrace that or to, you know, let that in. We haven't known how to give it to ourselves. We are nurturers, we're givers, we give it to others. We have so much to give and offer to that someone special and to those that, you know, we love around us. But this is about those of us who have forgotten to love ourselves and perhaps have had to have a very, you know, harsh lesson along the way. Some of you might have really burnt yourselves out giving so much to others and, you know, ignoring yourself in the process. So you can see she's wearing a green necklace there, a beautiful pendant, and she's surrendering. Her arms are wide open and she's in her nakedness, you know, she's nude in this, pretty much. It's transparent. Whatever she's wearing there is quite transparent. And she's kind of like just embracing, surrendering and embracing to the divine. You know, she's allowing herself to just be free, to be vulnerable, to be open to love, to that divine energy to come in and heal her, to embrace her. It's almost like she's also feeling quite, what's the word I want to say there? Empowered. That's one of the words coming through, is that there's an empowered feeling coming through. It's almost like she's very focused. She's got vision in her mind. She's got a vision. She's focused on what she wants to receive. She's open to receive. And that's where we want to be. Okay, so that's one of the main messages and the main themes for us today. So if you haven't chosen a card yet, just pause the video and take a moment, and I'm going to start the readings. So if you chose reading number 1, we're going to have a look at what needs to be healed within yourself to allow love in. So to allow love in. Yeah, let's have a look here, because this is just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy coming through, guys. I feel like you guys have gone through a hell of a journey. You've kind of lost yourself in the process. You don't really know who you are anymore. You know, this is what it feels like, is that you've really, really lost yourself. And yeah, there has been some strength here, but at the same time, I just feel like, wow, you know, there's definitely a feeling of holding on to something still. All right, let's have a look. The main card here is home. I don't always read the messages from the book, by the way. I tend to use my intuition as to what messages come through. We are in isolation, you know, a lot of us through this whole virus thing tends to, you know, make us stay at home. But I was going to use the message anyway, that you feel like, it feels like you're kind of hiding away, being a hermit, withdrawing from others around you right now. And, you know, it feels like you have been really hurt in the past by a significant person. And so there is really a need for heart healing right now. There might have been some very harsh words spoken between you and someone else. And You might also just feel like your home is your safety haven, but at the same time, you've kind of trapped yourself in there as well. So it feels like it's familiar and comfortable and it's your safety zone, but at the same time, you're not really emerging either. And it could be for some of you that you're just hiding away in one room in the house. And you might be going over and over, whether it be a physical item that you're reading from, or it could be in your mind. There is this reminiscing or ruminating on this past conversation. I do feel regret here as well for some of you, and there is a missing somebody. So it feels like there has been a deep void within you, that this person's no longer in your life, or that it didn't pan out the way that you had hoped. And this person may have given you a gift, or you may have given them a gift, and that's playing on your mind as well. You wonder if they miss you, and there is this feeling of wanting to just cut this off and break free, but you're still holding on. And there is well, I don't know if it's still there now, but there was like an obsessive energy where you would constantly check up on them, whether it be on social media or finding out what's going on through other people. This is quite interesting. This is coming in. Someone might live a fair distance away from you. They might have moved away, or you might have moved away. There's a distance there. And I'm not sure if there's been much contact. This is the kind of reading I'm tuning into, is that there really hasn't been contact. It feels like it's been quite a while since you connected. And it does feel like it was kind of left up in the air, that there was no real closure. And it could be also that, you know, within your own home or your space, you're feeling there are memories there, perhaps with this person. Could be even in your own bedroom. But there's these memories, and I see you holding a physical item that reminds you of them. And some of you might be looking at a photograph of this person and longing for this person. It's almost like some of you will be looking at their photo and talking to them in your mind or out loud. And it's kind of like you're telling them, call me or contact me, or can't you feel me? Or, you know, it's like you're kind of willing through the photograph for them to hear what you're saying or what's going on in your mind. So there has been some darkness here for you. Definite questions going on in your mind about this person, and if they still feel something for you. Why did it end the way it did? Feeling like internalizing, feeling that something was wrong that you did, even though you perhaps, you know, didn't do anything wrong. Feels like this person might have just ghosted you or just left. It just feels like a cut off. You had to release this person without wanting to, even though you haven't really released because you're still holding on. But what I see here is that there is this, what you do need to release right now is this, it's like a tunnel vision for some of you. It's just like they're the person you think of when you go to sleep at night. They're the person you think of in the morning. They're the person you think of all day. It might be consuming you a bit. And that's kind of hard, you know, to deal with, because it's really hard for you to move on. That's what it feels like. And some of you might actually be thinking of moving, like literally moving house, to get away from memories, or it's just over with now, that chapter. You might have even shared You might have even shared a house together at some point. Because it definitely feels like this person and you have been in the same space, physical space, like the home. And this is what's holding you back, I feel, from allowing a new love in. Yeah. because it's like that lost love. There's a musical thing going on here, the connection. I'm feeling, I'm hearing music being played, particular song perhaps you're listening to, or there's a song that reminds you of this person, and you're reminiscing on the last times that you spent together. And what this card says is, the soul is on earth for its own delight. So consider this amazing possibility. You incarnated on this earth just to experience the joy of being alive. Do you even know what gives you joy? Do something about that today. As I said before, there's been this kind of like just being in this funk, and there's a grayness hovering over this like a dark cloud, and it needs to be released. You are to look at the lessons in this connection, the lessons of what it's brought you. You know, what lessons has it brought you? What can you say that you've learned from this? Are you able to perhaps look at some of the positives from this connection in moving forward? What has it taught you that you can, what is it saying? What has it taught you about what not to do in the future, or what you won't put up with, or, things like that with boundaries? Has it taught you to not give so much of yourself? Has it taught you to not to be taken advantage of? See, this card is the Tower card. It's a sudden awakening. It was a sudden disruption in your life. This person, as I said, just felt like they upped and left, or it was just over as fast as it was, kind of going on. So this was the sudden disruption. And so also I feel that this was possibly your only one true love. That's why it's so significant for you. And the thought of moving on is just a fearful thing. Like it's scary. And it's sad for you to think that you'd have to cut the ties. But you can rebuild yourself through this joy, knowing that, okay, that was an experience and a lesson that I needed to learn. I can focus on the positives in this relationship and be able to embrace that, to be able to move into a new one if you want to. Because nobody wants to stay stuck in this, It's not a choice, really. And I mean, it can sound like it is, because we do choose in some way to remain in there. But at the time, it feels like we don't have a choice. That's just how it is. We can't help what our heart feels. And home is where the heart is, So this person might have been home to you. You might have felt that this person, you felt very safe when the times were good with this person, and that they were it. They were someone you wanted to come home to. They are the ones that your flame burns for, But it's saying to surrender denial and to take the mask off. So accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. So there is some denial here. Once again, it comes down to that needing to let go of this. That there is a holding on that this person's going to come back, and there's a hope. Holding on to that hope is not a wrong thing to do. But if you hold on to that hope day in, day out, whilst feeling despair, you can become stuck, and it can become quite stagnant. There's emotional stagnance, and it can be a denial of not realizing, okay, I need to listen to this. I need to see that this person, the actions show that this person doesn't want to be, for whatever reason, in my life right now. Or, is not facing their issues. And am I going to hold on to this forever and be in this darkness, in this pain? So it's about accepting the situation for what it is. And some of you in the very beginning didn't want to believe that this person, didn't want to continue with this, because in your mind at the time, you needed that validation and that approval, and to seek out the answers as to why did you do that, or why did you leave? Why did you not come back? Or why don't you want me? It's those kind of things going on there. You might have been quite shocked at the time, weren't expecting it to happen. Because when you were together, it was so beautiful and strong, and it might have been a fast thing coming into your life and like a whirlwind, and then just gone. Excuse me, I need to have a water. But that's what I see here is, that's what I see here is that there is this waiting. You're waiting. It's kind of like waiting at home for this person to come back to you. And not knowing, it's the unknown. It's up in the air. And so you're required to have patience with your healing journey. I mean, it's not, it's not expected that you're going to just suddenly release this and heal and go into joy and rebuild yourself. It's not expected. It is a process, but at the same time, it's about being realistic, looking at things realistically and realizing, okay, I need to let this go. I need to release this in order to be able to embrace the true love that I deserve. You can come out feeling really confident once you do this. You can be very empowered as the divine feminine in this picture. The divine feminine. Doesn't matter if you're a masculine or what you are watching this, male, female, doesn't matter. Everybody has the ability to self-love and come into that receptive energy and, being in tune with what one needs. You're coming into confidence, and it's because you're moving forward towards a happy outcome. And this looks really awesome because you deep down don't want to be stuck in this energy. It's stagnant. It feels really sad. It's in some cases very negative. But, coming out through this is finally being able to surrender this mask, being able to look at it and just tell yourself, I've got to really be real with myself. How long has it been since I haven't heard from this person? Or why are they not answering my, texts or messages? Or why are they being evasive or very short with me in conversation? You got to see it for how it is right now. Because if this person really wanted to come back to you, they would be coming back to you right now. And maybe they're just not ready. It may not be if they want to or not. It might be that they want to, but they can't. But for whatever reason, it's your choice at the end of the day if you want to remain, waiting and staying like this and staying stuck and remaining perhaps in denial. But it does show that you have the ability and, the power to move forward. You've got the strength, if you really want it, to move forward. It's within you. This confidence to be empowered. Because some of you have lost self-esteem right now. But there's a happy outcome waiting for you. There is new love coming to you. And the energy is gaining momentum. So this is gorgeous because what it shows is that your intentions, your energy, whatever you're investing in, whether it is something that can give you joy and raise those vibrations, lift that vibration within you where you can feel happy, you can have a laugh, being able to not be afraid to open up to new love will really help you as well. I just feel that's really beautiful because I can see a really good outcome for you. It's just about being able to make that choice to let something lie now. Let sleeping dogs lie, as they say. And I feel like for you, there's always going to be a special place in your heart for this person. I feel like for whatever reason, you just can't be together right now. You might come out of this from the other side and think, I didn't really want to be with that person after all. It was just something within me that really just felt like I needed to be approved of or embraced in some way to validate who I am and that I am lovable. But I feel really strongly that when you do find love and it's a new path for you that gives you all that you desire and deserve and your self-worth, you feel like you are really embraced and empowered in that connection. You may not even want to go back to those thoughts and those feelings with that other person anyway. Because when you move forward into a new connection that gives you all that you need and you're happy and it's beautiful and moving forward and growing. You may look back and think, geez, what did I see in that other person? That could be something as well. Or it may just be that you do hold them in a special place in your heart and you just move on and you close that chapter. So I really hope this has helped you guys. Comment below if this resonates or choose another reading. I look forward to connecting with you next time. Hi guys, if you chose reading number 2, we're going to look at what needs to be healed within yourself right now. Okay, let's have a look. It's interesting, we've got the heal word there for the Aquarius star, the star energy here, the star tarot. Okay, let's have a look, guys. I'm just going to tune in for a moment, see what I feel. You've really come a fair way, haven't you, on your journey here? It feels like you're still on your way, but you have come a long way through where you were. So perhaps you have really started to tune into your own self and how you deal with things and your own healing journey, even though there's still something still there, okay? But you have grown a lot in your path. What I see here is with the cycles, you're going through a cycle right now. And only you will understand what this is, because we all go through cycles. Sometimes we have a lot of energy. Sometimes we're extroverted. Sometimes we're withdrawn. We might be aggravated, or, you know, it could be intense energy. We might be feeling quite irritable, or we could be very calm and introspective. You're going to know what cycle you're going through right now. But each cycle gives us the opportunity to learn about ourselves, and we do grow if we choose to. I mean, we inevitably grow anyway, but if we choose to take the lessons and the wisdom from those lessons, from that experience, we can definitely grow within ourselves, spiritually grow at that. And it's really about, at this time, you wanting to take care of yourself, not just your physical body, but your emotional self, your psychological self. I think that's really becoming something that you're aware of right now, is that you really want to look at yourself and look after yourself and heal yourself holistically. So it could be that you are really feeling like you've come to the end of a cycle on your journey. You're ready now for a new chapter. You're ready for a new cycle to begin. You're ready to nurture yourself, or you have been. Really looking within at how, you know, better ways to nurture and heal yourself also. Could be that you have a very young spirit, or it could be that you want to embrace your inner child as well. And you might be focusing on family right now, or children. It's that real gathering those close to you. I feel like that's something you might feel like you want to do right now, is really focus on your own close kin, those really close to you right now that you can trust and build a life with. But it's obviously that you want to share this life of yours with someone. You want to allow your heart to open. And some of you might have this real feeling that, you know, when love comes in, it will be the right time. Everything's divine timing. That's what I hear most of you thinking and saying, is that this, you know, when it comes in, it'll be the right time. The door will open. So you are, yes, sitting there looking out to the future thinking, I would really love someone in my life. But I don't feel like you're really desperate for it either. You realize that there's a time and place for everything, and that you're not exactly ready just yet, but you're on your way. And when I see this too, I really feel that you've come into balance within yourself as well. I mean, as we know, there's still things to work out and sort out within yourself. We're going to get to the other cards in a moment. But I really feel like you've been focusing on your priorities, where you feel balanced in yourself, your life. We're looking at nutrition here as well. We see the growth, but we also see, and this is growth of the heart chakra as well, but we're seeing nutrition on the physical, you know, the level, the physical body. It's never too late to create a new body. Some of you might be really going through a transformation physically. You might be looking at your diet. You might be trying new recipes. It's like that saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. So you're really paying attention to your health. And some of you might really feel okay with your body. You might have really realized that body image is not everything. If we put too much emphasis on that, that's when we start to worry. And so that's when we start to become very self-conscious and don't accept ourselves and don't allow for that flow of energy. But, it's showing that you've come to a place where you're really looking after yourself, or this is what you want to do. You've grown in yourself so much that you're realizing what your worth is, what your self-worth is. And some of you have been so, like you've just been really fast-paced and you've had to slow down. And realizing that at this time, it's the best time to sort of go within and look after yourself. But at the same time, if you're wanting love to come in, and this is just a natural thing that most people do, is that when they want new love or to attract a new love, they want to make themselves feel good. They might have let themselves go for a while and now want to make themselves feel healthy and look good, that kind of thing. Feel good in their bodies, look good. So it says even the slightest change in your diet can generate a new body and a fresh mind. Avoid eating anything today that creates conflict in you. Observe how instantly your body manifests a grateful feeling. So you would know when you've eaten something really healthy, how your body feels, how your mind feels, how much energy you have to give to anything, to any activity or to another person. It's amazing, that kind of energy coming through. It's revitalizing. And so this is where I see is that you're really trying to embrace a new routine, a new path for yourself that is healthy. You might even be looking at healing therapies. You might even be getting into herbalism, holistic therapies. It could be homeopathy. I think that's how we say it, homeopathy. And that's something that I feel like you could really benefit from, is those natural medicines as well. So the star is all about healing, the healing journey, breaking free from those chains, allowing the light to come in, embracing this right now that, you have had this ability to look and have a vision held in your mind and you're focused. That's what it looks like right now, is that you've come to that point of being focused, and disciplined is a word I'm getting. And it just looks to me that you've accepted something in your life right now that you've had to close the door to. And it's kind of like it was inevitable, but you're keeping going. This is something that you're going to do, is keep going. This could be an Aquarius that you're dealing with, or that, someone could come in, or you might be one. But it's just a significant message for those who are connected with that star sign. Otherwise, it just talks about the healing energy coming through, the light coming through, wishing upon a star, holding that vision, having hope for the future. That's something that you're holding in your heart space right now. And it's interesting because what you need to surrender is the idea that you can fix someone. So it's time for a relationship to shift. It doesn't work to try to fix someone. Each person must be accountable for his or her own healing. So what I feel is this is your own healing journey. You are fixing and healing yourself. Perhaps there is somebody else also that you're trying to help. If it's a specific person you have in mind, whether it be a twin flame or soulmate or whatever it might be, you might be well and truly on your journey and feeling really good and manifesting what you need and what you want, and you're moving forward feeling great in that, and really wish for this other person to join you. So you might be really feeling so good and feeling excited and motivated and hopeful and optimistic about your future and your path, because it feels so good and you're experiencing that. You want the other person to as well, because you know how good it feels, but they just may not be ready at this time. So that's just a significant message for those of you who are finding yourselves kind of doing that, because you really want to help heal someone else around you as well to feel as good as what you're feeling right now. What else is saying? It's time for a relationship to shift. Yeah, you might have given some advice to another person as well on what they should perhaps do to fix themselves. You might have, could have been a goodbye. Like I do feel like a cycle has kind of ended with a person from your past. And it does feel that perhaps you signed off an end note to them saying, you know, you need to do this for your healing and stuff like that, which is fair enough if that's what you need to share. But at the same time, they're not going to really take that advice anyway, because it's something they need to learn on their own. And also I'm getting the words, don't put too much pressure on yourself to fix yourself within a certain time frame, or because you might be really wanting to speed this up as well, this growth and healing within yourself. And you don't want to burn yourself out, and you don't want to you don't want to feel sad if you kind of like, well, you might feel like a failure if you don't get to a certain point at a certain time within yourself, because you really are on a mission. It feels like you're on a mission to sort something out, and to really just be ready, you know, for somebody and love. And it could be that you're trying to bring someone else back into your life. And yeah, that could be going against you if they're just not on that same cycle that you're going through. So you have the stamina to push through this. So at times where you might feel that you want to give up, it's saying that you have the stamina to keep going, to keep going through this cycle. And it could be that you go on this cycle for a while. You might be on this path, nutrition, growth, feeling good, and then you might go through another cycle where you just need to slow right down. Or it might be that you need to, you know, pace it up a bit, go into a faster pace. And it depends on what you just need to go with it, with whatever you're feeling at the time. But at the moment, it shows that perhaps you are slowing down. You know, there is a real slowing down, taking care of oneself, healing. So you are focusing on that, which is good. And there might be times where you just think, oh, this is not working, because you're not seeing results fast enough. And so it's saying you have the stamina to push through. And it's interesting because I get the word charming for you, which is so cool, because when we've got release blame here as well, it's telling me that there's something that you still need to release. You just got to be careful that you don't come into an energy of, because you're on your path healing, that you're not saying that this is how it is or how you are, but it might come across this way to others, that you're a little bit superior to them because you've already gone through what you've gone through and they're still behind in their path. So you've really had to let go of a lot to do with this person, but there might still be something you're holding within. So to release blame will really help you. And I just feel like for you, there is this ability to come through as a very charming person. And I know sometimes people think, oh, charming is very superficial, and it's really not. I see a warmth here. I feel like in your heart, you can have that light in your eye, that twinkle in your eye again, being able to release this blame. And that's something that you might just really need to let go of, is blaming someone else right now because they have caused you some hurt. That kind of thing here as well. It could be that you're upset because somebody refuses to see something a certain way that's so plainly obvious to you, and you're trying to show them and they're just not seeing it, and they just don't want to go there with confrontation or anything like that. So you might be really holding on to that, you know, and it's just about being able to let it go, come into your true light and you know, charismatic self, come into that charming energy that you hold within, because it's kind of like you need to step away from this person or this energy that's kind of like still there. But it shows me that it says take time to breathe out. So there is still some stuff, as I said before, you're holding on to, which is obviously this one here, releasing blame. There could be in your sacral chakra a lot of healing to do there as well. And yeah, I still feel like hold your vision, keep moving forward, don't push too hard. Just improve yourself, you know, step by step. Don't worry about what other people are doing or what the other person's doing. it's not going to change right now. Divine love and everything is coming in its own time. And don't have too many high expectations of what the next person has to be like. Because I really feel that when you're vibrating on a certain level here or frequency, you're going to invite the same in. So it's just about still growing in your journey, still being really taking care, being gentle with yourself, taking it easy, knowing that you've got the energy to get through to the other side. Some of you have felt like giving up on a journey you've started and thinking this is just crap, it's not working. But it's just a hang in there kind of message. Keep going. And you're going to come out the other side, and someone is going to come in that's really going to nurture you as much as you can nurture them. You might be feeling a little guarded, but at the same time, I feel like once you work through the sacral chakra stuff and release this, whatever this is that's still in you, within you, you'll be able to come out with this kind of energy here. You know, when you meet somebody for the first time, or if you're out just mingling in a social setting and you really want to impress somebody, this is what this is about. It's about feeling good in your own skin with whatever you're wearing, being able to smile and be happy and really engaging. This is what this is about, okay? So it could also be that the person that you meet is also coming in with this energy. And this will perhaps happen when you get rid of this stuff and heal from this, okay, guys? So just breathe, take time to breathe it out, do some breathing meditations, and that should help you. So I hope that has helped you, and I look forward to connecting with you next time. Hi lovelies, if you've chosen reading number 3, we're going to have a look at what needs to be healed within yourself right now. And let me just suss out what I'm getting from this right now, okay? Where are we? Yeah. Okay, so first up, looking at this, you're in two minds, okay? Your heart space is holding on to something from the past. You're finding it very hard. You're resisting letting go of something, and it could be pain, could be a relationship, could be somebody that was very, well, you thought they were it, or you've been let go. You know, you've been let go of, and you're finding it very hard to let go of a particular thought as well. There's thoughts going on in your mind that you just can't let go of. Yeah, it could be a conversation, remembering what somebody said to you, just in a sentence even. You know, something that they might have said, the last thing that they said to you, or something very hurtful, and it's playing on your mind, and it won't budge. It won't, you know, you're not letting it go. And it could be that there was all these other things that was said as well, but you've just honed in on that one thing. But there is a lot of pain here. You're not letting go. You're resisting the ability to transform this into something that's healthy for yourself. You might be in a bit of a victim mentality or victim mode, and it's not necessarily a very bad thing. We've all been there. We've all been there where we feel very sorry for ourselves. We want to crawl into a hole and just, you know, crawl out into a hole, into a fetal position, and just stay there and, you know, not come out and feel like we've been hard done by. And it's not to say that this person didn't do anything to you, because I feel like they did. But it gets to a point of, yes, we can be in that. It's very natural to be in this state of mind, this feeling, when someone has done wrong by us. But at the same time, we don't want to remain stuck in this forever, or we just don't grow. We don't grow in ourselves. And, you know, resisting that, holding on to this, resisting letting go, can lead to illness. So it says resisting change leads to illness. Accepting change brings about peace. Have you been feeling sick? Have you been feeling stagnant? Have you been feeling stuck? Have you been feeling like just, I can't do anything. I don't feel motivated. I just can't believe this has happened, and I just won't, and I refuse to just move on from this person. Needs to be held accountable, and they need to see where they've gone wrong. And it's kind of like that real strong energy and heavy stuff going on here as well. Could be also that you just don't feel or are not open at this time for another connection to come in. You're just really holding on to this one person, this one idea of this has to be the person. No one else can come in and fulfill any happiness within you. But it says here, resisting change leads to illness. Accepting change brings about peace. Sometimes we can have a heaviness on our chest. We can, when we're not resolving or releasing any kind of pain, emotional, pain, or any kind of ailment that's on the emotional level. Our thoughts create our emotions, and whatever you're thinking is creating that emotion. And if it's a negative thought, it's a negative emotion. And what it can do is show itself in the body in a negative way. Now, let's see what this says. So, embrace the changes in your life, release what you no longer need, and welcome the seeds of a new experience. Now, if that's not right on mark here, right on par with what's going on, I don't know what is, because this is saying that you are making yourself, or you might potentially make yourself quite sick by holding on to past energy, residual pain, that kind of thing, being stuck on something that just you won't let go of, you refuse to let it go. And some of you might just be like, I really do want to let it go. I just don't know how to. And there might be something really deep within yourself that you're just not able to shake. And that might require some kind of deep healing, a holistic therapy session, or whatever it might be to dislodge it, to kind of dissolve it within yourself. I feel like for you guys, what would really benefit you is to write a letter to this person, but do not give it to them. There's a lot of anger and frustration still within you, and behind that is a lot of hurt and sadness. And it's this feeling that no one is ever going to love you. No one understands you. This person did you wrong. How could you ever trust again? Someone else might just do the same thing anyway. And you're not ready, obviously, for a new love if this is what you're really feeling on a heavy level here. If you're not willing to kind of move forward and try and release this or heal this or confront this, then it's really just not the right time for you to allow love in. It might be too dangerous in some ways for you to open your heart up to love when it's too premature anyway. Because I feel like some of you have really crashed. Like when whatever's happened, right, in the past, whether there's been a rejection or a breakup or something, you've really taken it to heart, which a lot of us do. I mean, if it's something like that, of course we do. We have feelings for someone, we love them, it's gone to shit, and so we just crash so heavy. I've been there. I know exactly what it's like. And some of us don't know how the hell to get out of it. And there is a time and a phase to be in victim mode. There is, because we have to lick our wounds, and we have to, if we've been hurt by somebody and they've really damaged us in some way, it's going to take time to heal from that. And we have every right to be pissed and hurt and have negative thoughts about this person, But when it gets to a point of staying stuck in it, and day in, day out, and for weeks and months and sometimes years for some people, it can really fester within and cause us to become bitter. And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to darken your heart. You don't want to harden your heart. You want to be able to allow this, I know it's going to sound weird, but you need to allow this person, you need to allow them to be gone. You need to release them is what I'm trying to say. Release them with the love and the light. Cut the cord, cut that negative cord through a meditation in your intentions, etc. Because this is affecting your sleep as well. I'm getting this one. Surrender to rest and sleep. So interesting how they kind of look the same, these two. They look like the same woman to me. But anyway, it doesn't matter. But what I see is to prevent burnout, slow down. Honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit, and your heart. Because this is self-love here. We are talking about the theme of self-love right here. And so you're not loving yourself by holding on to this. That's what this shows here. Yeah. So it's your choice to be able to let this go. You're staying up late at night, possibly dwelling on this stuff. This is when your thoughts are really, you're ruminating on all this stuff late at night. There might be some vivid dreams of this person, unresolved stuff coming through the dreams. Yeah. So what was I going to say before? I'm trying to remember now. I went off track a little bit, I think. Yeah, I can't fully remember, but it'll come to me if it's meant to be. What I see is you do want to embrace a new love. This is something you really do want. There's a lot of fear here. There's a lot of fear that if you do, it means letting go of the other person completely, and that scares you because on one hand, as much as you don't like them and you're hurt and you want to lash out at them or whatever, there's this pain so deep that if you were to find someone else or move forward or allow your heart to open again, then it just means that it's real, that this person's really gone out of your life. So there's still an unhealthy attachment there going on. You need to find peace in solitude. You need to feel that it's okay to be alone. Maybe you haven't yet come into that within yourself, that you enjoy your own company and it's okay to be alone. You don't need someone there. Some of you, this is not for everyone, but some of you might have tried to seek affection or love or approval through casual sex, or finding somebody to be with in an intimate way, to find that comfort, only to find that it has caused more damage to you. And that's just going to affect your aura, your heart, your mind, everything, if that's not really resonating with who you truly are and your values. So it's about really giving to yourself, really giving this healing to yourself. There's something you need to change in your pattern right now, your daily routine or whatever it is you're doing that's unhealthy. It could be that you're spying on their media, social media, constantly, obsessively, because there's an obsessive thinking going on here. So find peace in solitude. Whilst you're in this place of solitude, get creative in some way. Try and express this pain through painting or writing or drawing or playing an instrument or whatever it is. Writing a letter, like I said before, without giving it to them. Write down all of your pain, all of your anger, all of your regrets, and then you can end it with love. What do you really love about this person? What lessons perhaps have you learnt in this? And be able to set a goal for each week on something good you can do for yourself. Okay? Because then you're going to be able to embrace that warm-hearted spirit again. You've kind of gone cold within yourself. You haven't felt this warmth or this love for a long time within yourself. You haven't felt that warm, fuzzy vibration in your heart space for a long time. So it shows this warm-hearted energy coming through, which is just freaking amazing, because you've been out of touch been out of touch with reality. You've lost yourself in the process. You don't know who you are anymore. That kind of thing's occurring here. So past life connection is someone coming into your life who is a very warm-hearted person as well. I feel like they are going to nurture you. This is what you have really sought for, and it's not that they're going to fix you or heal you, but it's like this beautiful, caring, natured person coming in, and it feels like you feel like you've known them forever. That there's this beautiful soul-to-soul connection going on. You feel their warmth. You feel safe with this person. They are your home. And it's just going to take a little bit of time. You're going to be very slow moving into this. And this is good because this person's patient. I feel like they're going to wait for you. They're going to wait for you. Now, you may be also stressed and anxious about a lot of things, not just yourself and your own connection, but also others around you. It could be your loved ones, because this card says you and your loved ones are safe. Could be a Cancerian that you're dealing with. Doesn't have to be, but it's just the energy. And Cancer is all about the home and family. So you may definitely want to have a family with somebody and want to make sure that you're right in yourself before you become a parent or co-parent or whatever it is. You don't want to embrace somebody into your home life until you've got it together. And vice versa. You don't want someone in your life if they haven't got it together. So you really are going to be what looks like be drawing somebody in who is a family-oriented person, someone who loves the home space, who will embrace you as their home. You're going to spend a lot of time together in the home because you might be a bit of an introvert as well. There's definitely water signs here for this one, I feel. There's a lot of gentle energy coming through with this. This person will want to take you out traveling or just surprise you spontaneously. Like, I just feel like this person is so different to what you've experienced before. And you deserve this, you deserve to have this love. And there might have been opportunities that came to you that you just said no to because your heart's closed to that because you've been stuck on this person or this pain for so long now. And you might have had a real cynical kind of viewpoint, kind of perception on that, that gender. Like some women might say, oh, men, they're all the same, and vice versa. So it's kind of like maybe you've kind of found yourself becoming bitter and scoffing and sneering at certain things because it's just something you're very hurt within about, that it's just not happened for you. Or that someone's hurt you so bad that that's just how it ends up, So anyway, I really hope this has helped you guys because it looks like it's going to be beautiful once you can start making some step-by-step moves towards your healing. I really feel this person's coming in, and if you've got any questions or anything, comment below if this resonates for you or if it's helped you. And as usual, I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings.